Thank you for tuning into the Walk in Truth Radio Network. Stay tuned for an encouraging word from Pastor, Teacher Dr. James Sutton. Let's see what Pastor Sutton has to say to us today.
Hello, this is Pastor Jay of Walk in Truth Radio Network with your Thursday thought. Well, I was pondering yesterday's message when I talked about too much talking and not enough running. I began to sit back and think about the fact that we all have a reason why we can't do something, and they are valid in our minds. But what makes them invalid is the fact that we still want to do great things. It would be different if you understood why you couldn't do something and it truly hindered you and you simply could not. But a lot of times it's our own mental way we look at things, our mindset. And talk about mindset, motives, and methods. And what I think is, it's just my opinion, your motive has to be so convincing to you, so uniquely yours, to the point that it becomes part of your eating, breathing, and living, that motive that you're doing something has to become bigger than anything else in your life. And now your mindset can change, because if the mind doesn't have a great, awesome motive, then where will it go? Where will it land? If it has a mediocre motive, then the mind may say, you know what? I can put that on the back burner. But when that motive is something that's burning so much inside of you that you can't eat, sleep, or drink without it, it becomes part of your daily conversation. Every day, some part of the day is spent developing and riding the train of your motive. Then your mind will open up to your motive and say, let's do it, let's get going. And then the methods will fall into place on how you're going to get and accomplish this thing that has motivated you to do something different. You'll get beyond the talk and start running. So here's the question. Is what you're willing and want to do, that you believe God has called you to, does it burn within inside you? As the word burns inside those who are called to preach and teach. Is it something that even if you try to put it down, it comes back up? The purpose, the motive. And now your mindset begins to change, and you go away from talking about it to actually accomplishing what God has called you to do, running the race towards the level of maturity of the circumstances, incidents, and accidents of pursuing what God has called you to do, suffering through it, living through it, hurting through it, but still being conformed to his image by it, and therefore being on the right track. That motive. What motivates you? Why did God call you? And what do you have before you that God wants you to do? You can apply this to your secular life. Is there something that you want to do that you've been burning inside of you? Is it burning? If it's not burning and just smoldering, then it's something that your mind will set aside. Just think about that. This is Pastor Jay of Walk in Truth Radio Network. I always want you to be encouraged, blessed, and at peace. Like, subscribe, share. Love, love, love. Maybe that should be your motive. And without love, you don't have anything. And love is the highest motive you can have to do anything. So let the love burn brightly inside of you and get going. Change your mindset, and the methods will fall into place.